My name is Rachel Neutzler. I'm the executive director for the Texas Fire Marshals Association and have been since about 2008. And this is probably our fourth or fifth time using Conference Tracker. We went away from them 1 year, but quickly came back after trying a different product just for integration purposes. And we just finished our conference, and these are a few of the things that we found really helpful this year with Conference Tracker. So the first thing was the maps. I found it was really a good way to help sell some of our sponsorships or provide some added value to our sponsor. So this is just an example. I uploaded the map of where all of our vendors were going to be. Our sponsors are obviously the ones that had their logos on them, but when you actually click one of the logos or the little circles that are on there, it actually brings up the image that you see to the right, where it actually provides some more information and contact information. So I thought this was a great update that we used this year to provide some added value to our vendors or our sponsors. Another thing that we are talking about right now is polls. We typically have a photo contest every year, and what we've tried to do is go virtual on that, so we're not counting paper ballots and that kind of thing. So we use the polls, uploaded all of the pictures. These are just 3 that you can see here, but we uploaded all the pictures that people submitted, and we were able to successfully use polls to see who our winner is. So this is just the screen of where I uploaded them, and then in the background you can clearly see we had a pretty clear-cut winner on that. But this was an additional way to use polls that's kind of fun to add some value to your conference. Another part that we used pretty heavily this year was the social wall. One way we did this was to help fundraise. We actually purchased these very expensive items that I did not know were as expensive, and when we weren't selling them in the store, we decided to do a fundraiser with them. So each one of the bicycle cards was $10. The person that purchased one tore it in half, they kept half, and then they turned the other half in, and that way we drew from those cards to see who won. So the social wall was a great way for us to take some pictures, upload them to the social wall, and help us with our fundraising efforts for those items that we were trying to sell and raise some money for. Another thing I would say with the social wall is to encourage participation with the polls. So I just took a screenshot of the poll and uploaded into the social wall and said, don't forget to vote on the photo contest, and kind of helped increase that engagement with the poll. I really like the social wall because you can upload those pictures. That you can't really do that with push notifications, so the social wall is a great way to also communicate with your attendees. We also encourage attendees to post on the social wall. Mr. Loving was one of our top performers in this area, and he was really great about taking pictures and posting them on the social wall. I think him getting points for those things was also one of the driving factors, and it became a competition between a couple of the attendees, but it really helps increase the engagement with your attendees. And then you can download all of those pictures afterwards and use them for your website or other social media posts on Facebook, Instagram, all of that kind of good stuff. So this is a really great way to collect pictures throughout the conference as well. And the last thing I want to bring up is the certificates. Conference Tracker is a great way to bring the items in, so it automatically populates and automatically emails people. One comment we got last year, which has nothing to do with Conference Tracker because we used a different product, was that our certificates were very plain and they didn't really like them. They didn't have any pizzazz to them. So one thing you really can do with Conference Tracker is get creative. I created the certificate in Canva and uploaded it, and all I really had to use from Conference Tracker was the $, full name $, and the $credits $, and then it automatically populated in this. But the possibilities are endless. When you have another software system, you can create a really pretty certificate in, and then use the power of Conference Tracker to automate that, so you're not having to spend hours trying to add names and credits to a certificate. But this is just one way that you can upload a PNG into the certificates folder or certificates tab and make it your own. We also did this with our transcripts that go along with these certificates. So those are just a couple of the things that I used with Conference Tracker this year that really helped and made our conference better than it has been in years past. And that's all I have.